Absolutely. Sometimes when I hear the president talk about this, what I think he's actually getting at sounds a lot like a VAT. It sounds like tax policy, not trade. And obviously, there's some crossover implications there. But he's really talking about the revenue collected from it and the fundamental, maybe, difference of opinion between casual observer like myself and the president is that those receipts are coming from Americans. Those receipts are not actually coming from China or whoever else, right? Like we know that. Do you think that's part of what's going on? Is this just another way to get at tax policy? Is that what we're doing?
I think yes and no. Yes, in the sense that as Congress starts to think about making permanent or extending tax cuts, the prospect of using tariff revenue as an offset is something that I think people are talking about and is very real. But when you think about tariffs as a tax, it is a tax, but it's a tax on us as consumers. I think we're crazy if we think that if you're going to impose 25% tariffs on any one country, that it's not going to affect consumers in the short, medium, and long term. Because if you're a business and all of a sudden your inputs are 25% higher, cost you 25% higher, you're either going to eat it, unlikely, or you're going to pass it off to consumers. So, whether you go into a store in a few weeks and see prices of your favorite product from Canada 25% higher, or should tariffs go into effect with Mexico, you'll see tequila 25% higher, you'll see avocados 25% higher, tomatoes. We are the ones that are going to be paying for it. So there's like tariff revenue as an offset for lower taxes as one bucket, and then there's tariff as actually being a tax on the U.S. consumer.
Right. And then the additional problem of your mention of tequila makes me think of the fact that you can't buy Jack Daniels anymore in Canada, because obviously these countries also don't really appreciate how we're going about this and are reacting rapidly and aggressively as well.
Yeah, we do forget about retaliation. We decide to put tariffs up. And of course, as we've seen with Canada, we haven't yet seen what Mexico's planning. We've seen what China wants to do. There is a tit for tat element of any trade war. It's amazing how quickly Canada's provinces move, for example, to remove US alcohol from their shelves. And the Canadian government has said that it's going to put tariffs on a whole slew of trade between the US and Canada, starting now with a smaller percentage, but then increasing to a much larger percentage of trade in the next few weeks. So this is just the beginning.